Controls Design Environment working with CDE. In this module, I'm going to cover some of the SME defined rules for entering data into CDE. So swapping over to the CDE application. Again, I'm starting with a project that's already had some elements entered into it and some data entered. But one of the key things in here, as you go through this tree structure and add items to it, you'll see as you right click and come up with the list of items that can be added, you're presented with a list of available items. So these are all defined by a subject matter expert as being valid items or elements that can be entered underneath this particular element. So here I'm looking at a cell, and these are all the types of things I can add underneath the cell. You'll see in square brackets after each of those items there's two numbers. The first one's going to be the minimum number of those that are required to be added underneath that element, and then it'll also have a maximum. So in this case, for HMIs, for example, I could have any number of 1 up to 3 HMIs defined for this particular cell. So it means at a minimum I have to have at least 1 here. If the item has a 0 in it, in this case for inner cell entrances, I don't have to have any entered in there underneath this cell. Similarly, for any relationships that would be defined, you'll see the same square brackets, and again, minimum and maximum number of items that could be added here. So for relationships, I could have a maximum number of 1 air switch tied to the station and a minimum of 0, so I don't necessarily have to have any. And again, same thing for HMIs. Here I can have a maximum of 2 HMIs assigned to a station, or make that relationship to the station, but I have to have at least 1. Next thing you'll notice that would be defined by the SME would be, as you add devices, anywhere there's data that needs to be entered for a device. So I'm just going to create a new station here. Here it automatically populates with a name of AAXX1. So that AAXX1 is a pattern. So it indicates I need to have 2 letters at the beginning of the name and then 3 digits following that to make it a valid station name. So in this case I can make it AA110, and that would be seen as a valid name for a new station.